Whether it be through TV shows, movies, or live shows, puppetry is a form of entertainment which most of us have enjoyed in some form throughout our lives. However, just like any other piece of media ever created, some pieces of puppetry are lost, with most being shows or movies. So today, I'll be talking about 7 lost pieces of puppetry. Alice in Wonderland is a Franco-British film that was made in 1949 and based on the Lewis Carroll novel of the same name. The film's initial release was pretty troubled, with it not being released in the US due to a legal dispute with Disney, who are making their own adaptation of the novel at the same time. The film's legal troubles with Disney also impacted its preservation, as the film couldn't be shot in Technicolor due to an arrangement Technicolor had with Disney. This meant that the film had to be shot in Ansco color, which can deteriorate badly over time. The film has had many home releases, however, a lot of the runtimes vary. The longest cut of the film known to exist runs at 76 minutes, which has been screened multiple times and currently is in the possession of the Museum of Modern Art. However, according to some accounts who saw televised versions of the film in the 50s and 60s, there were several previously unknown scenes which aren't currently available, but these scenes are not known to currently exist anywhere or have documentation of their existences, and these scenes will probably remain lost for a very, very long time. The Spooks of Bottle Bay was a British children's show that aired from 1993 through 1995. The series follows the adventures of a young man named Sidney Sludge, living in the town of Bottle Bay, who every episode thwarts the evil plans of his siblings Sybil and Cedric, each time unknowingly aided in his effort by the local ghosts who haunt a nearby mansion, the house on the hill. The show only had 3 VHS releases, but no DVD release has been made, and the show hasn't had any reruns since its initial run. The main source of episodes online has been a YouTube channel named after the show, which has been sporadically uploading episodes over the past 15 years. As of 2023, the show has yet to be found in its entirety. Sam and Friends is a show that aired from 1955 through 1961, and is most well known for being the first show created by famous puppeteer Jim Henson. Despite being incredibly important in the career of Jim Henson, only around 16 of the initial 48 known episodes currently still exist today. This is due to the fact that some tapes were erased for reuse or were just not recorded. Some episodes aren't entirely lost, having some clips online, such as an episode in which Kermit and Sam lip-sync to an Etta James recording of At Last. However, several of these lost episodes aren't documented and only known from the memories of those individuals who watched Sam and Friends during its run. One of these memory-known episodes being an episode in which Sam lip-syncs to a Phil Harris recording whilst wearing a tuxedo. Around 17 of the episodes and one SK commercial of Sam and Friends are currently missing, but due to how important they were to Jim Henson's career, there's a somewhat high chance that they do exist somewhere. Rimini Riddle was an Irish puppet show that aired from 1992 through 1995. The show's premise is actually unknown, but the most commonly accepted premise follows 3 orphans, Rory, Leo, and Ellen, who live with their aunt Vera after their parents died. The house is known as the Rimini Guest House, and it sits next to a beach. The beach is actually incredibly important to the plot, as in a room of the house, there's a picture of 2 girls in Victorian attire by the beach who apparently drowned in it, and a side plot in which an otter doll owned by Leo named Otto is said to be evil. The search for the show has started since 2008, when a Facebook group was started for the sole purpose of finding the show. After light was shed on the show, clips and episodes of the show would resurface over the years, with clips resurfacing from VHS recordings of the show and an episode being uploaded by one of the puppeteers of the show. On May 28, 2019, a Facebook user would upload a programming report of the show, giving us a pretty clear picture of the episodes of Rimini Riddle. Despite this, a large chunk of the show is still missing, but there is some hope that the show will show up. Whatever the hell this is, or The Biggest Friend in English, was an Estonian puppet show that ran from 1982 through 1990. The show's protagonist is a large fluffy character named Leopold, who was accompanied by a recurring cast of characters. The show is actually incredibly popular in Estonia, being the most popular children's program in the country, as well as being a children's icon in the country. Despite the show's popularity, nearly all of the show is lost, barring a few home media releases and a few VHS recordings of the show. This is due to the magnetic videotapes being used for storage being recycled due to the perestroika era deficits. As previously mentioned, barring a few home media releases and home recordings, nearly all of the show is lost as of 2023. Karta was a French show that aired in 1996 and was about a magical friendly bear named Karta who gets sucked out of a computer game and would have fun with a girl named Amadine and a boy named Frank. Both Frank and Amadine were the only two people who could see him, as he was invisible to adults, and episodes would have Karta causing mischief and risking adults discovering his existence. The show ran for around 26 episodes and aired from January 10th, 1996 through August 28th, 1996. Every single episode of the show was lost, without a second of footage being found. The show had no home media releases, and no home recordings of the show have surfaced. All that remains of the show is the themes and several set photos, and it will most likely remain like this for a very long time, as the show is incredibly obscure. Must See Gaston, or Thank You in French, was another French puppet show and ran in 1989 on French channel Antenne 2. The show is based off the Franco-Belgian Gaston Lagaffe comic series by Franquin. The show had no official premise, but according to eyewitnesses, the show was a spoof on talk shows, in which Fantasio and Spiro would interview real-life cartoonists. Gaston was a mute character who would cause an accident at the end of each episode, causing Fantasio to sarcastically yell "thank you" at him. Apparently, Spiro, Fantasio, and Gaston were played by professional mimes who wore latex masks that looked like their comic counterparts. Despite the popularity of the Gaston comic, all of the show is lost, with no home media releases or home recordings being available. All that remains of the show are multiple advertisements and several set photos that resemble parts of the comic, such as a wall ear and a boxing glove chair, and the show will most likely remain lost for a very, very long time.